Hey guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Color. I am here to show you guys episode 4 of my Diversity Roundtable. I thank you guys so much for watching parts 1, parts 2, and parts 3. But now we got parts 4 for you. So, this part 4 is mainly going to be Michael James pretty much talking. And, just listen to what he got to say. I don't want to speak too much. So without further ado, here we go.
I was never going to step away from serious content because me bringing up serious content or talking about stuff that makes you feel uncomfortable, then you need to check yourself.
Right.
I'm just talking about the stuff that I've already known about. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm just trying to talk about something that's been on my heart and my soul. So if judges can just release all of that and just take the show for what it is. If it makes you feel some kind of way, then don't get mad at the designer. Right. Now, if the show's just bad, okay. Okay. By all means. But if we choose to talk about lynchings, or we choose to talk about police shootings and police brutality, or Black Lives Matter, because I will not be surprised if next year...
Oh, I already know. Just like the Adele thing, there's going to be, I just feel it. I feel the amount of shows that is going to come out from the past year and a half.
And hopefully they'll be designed well so they can be taken well.
Because that's going to be the thing. If it's not designed well, it could really go backfire.
Wrong way. The judges, WGI, can't get all up in themselves about because when I had the Nights in 2008, that was I did Dear Mr. President. Well, people would walk out of the gym and someone like on Color Guard Planet, whatever, it's like we go to Winter Guard shows just to enjoy and whatever. We don't talk about outside life. Then where's the sport of the art part of it? The arts. That's the thing I took with it. I'm like, sometimes I want to talk about some shit. I can do a show about butterflies, but sometimes I want to talk about things that are just serious.
Right.
And I use Color Guard as my art form, as my vehicle to talk about it. If you don't want to watch the show, that is so okay with me. But I'm still going to talk about it because when you walk outside that gym, the shit's still going to be there. It ain't just happen overnight.
Right. Side note about that too, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but side note about that, if you turn your music off and watch that show, it's still beautiful. So I'm just going to tell you that. You're welcome.
But it's just one of those things that, there was a time that people don't want to, talk about serious content in their shows, but then a white designer goes and do it, and it's the most boring thing, most coolest thing ever. I'm like this, really?
Right.
And I don't say anything out loud, but it's just, there's a little bit of a double. Is it better now? Yes. It's much better now than it was in 2008. It just depends on, I guess it depends on the subject, the content of the show, whether people want to talk about it or not.
Right.
I feel like people are a little bit more easier to ingest it now from certain, from color guards than what it was even 10 years ago.
Right.
Because people really didn't want to come into a color guard show. Like, can we just go back to the most beautiful time of the year show, which is a great show. I loved it.
Right.
But sometimes I want to put it right in front of you. I want to put it in your face. Because when I go see like a really cool dance company and they're doing a protest piece, Alvin Ailey or, Philadelphia, whoever, that makes you think. That's what artists do. They put stuff out to make you think. We can always do shows that's like, oh, that's great. Tweet. That's great. Whatever. But sometimes you want to say something and make people go, oh, I never thought about it like that. Whatever,
Right.
That's my take. It is getting better.
Yeah, I do think that, shortly, slowly but surely, we will see and, start to see some type of change. And, hopefully these things do continue to trickle down into our guards, but also as to what Matt was saying, also hopefully the people at the top, ultimately can see certain things as well, so that, it can be a lot better. And so that people are like, oh, you know what, like they're doing this, they do care, or they are trying to have some type of change or something like that, whether it's the exact change of what we may want to see right away. Ultimately, like they said, Rome wasn't built in a day.
I just want to give a big thank out to everybody who I interviewed, and also thank you to everybody who continues to support and watch this channel. These conversations, like I say all the time, are conversations that we need to continue to have throughout the marching art activity. If you have not already, please go ahead and make sure you check out parts 1 through 3, as well as my Black Lives Matter project entitled We Are Here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys back soon. Happy Black History Month.